Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
Hey. Just gonna restart the music in 2 seconds. There, we should be good. Let's hope it works this time. I haven't done anything different to the other weeks, so hopefully. Let's give it a try with zooming the screen. Hopefully you can all see that zooming in out. I'm just waiting for replies. Oh, don't, yeah, good, seems okay so far. Well, we'll see how long it lasts. Thanks, Bobby. Renee, no UI. Oh crap, what have we done? Hey, Martin. Hey, no UI. No toolbars. What on the screen? No toolbars. You see them, Dawn. Oh, you see them, Bobby. Hey, Bella. Oh, yes, I see them. That's right, then. I was like, what have we done? There is a setting for that as well. Just showing the screen, not the toolbars. So I was quite worried. Hey, you missed one. No problem. So, there's quite a bit going on today because of last week. And we're going to start off with something that Affinity told me, which is awesome. They actually got back to me. And it's this. So I'll just turn it on. And it's our favourite scale with object. I'll just show you that it's not on. Just here. And when you zoom in and out, you can see the circle gets bigger. Like the black part of the circle gets bigger than the rest of the screen. Now turning it on solves this, as you can see. But ever since they released version 2, they've always said you can do this with the scale override. Now I'll just show you. So it's back off here, and then scale override is here. Now here's the settings. So everything's on, and you turn it on and off just by clicking it here. But you put it on and you move it, it still doesn't work. And it's like, what's going on? So I've always assumed it's not working. But today, somebody called Ash, who works for Affinity, told me the reason. And I can't wait to share you with it all, because it's so good. Just turn it on a sec. So, up here, there's the command center. You can turn it on and off, which is the little circle down here. Now, I don't know why you would think of doing this. It's very odd. So it's on now, and it's off on there, yeah. So making sure it's on here. Move the command center up to the shift, and then click it so it stays on. Now when you move it, it does it. And it's like, aha! Wish I would have named that. So if you turn off the shift now, you can see it doesn't work. And it's like, oh, now if you didn't have the shift, I think you can just hold shift or option depending on whether you're on Windows or Mac, and it does the same. But on iPad, you could do it through the commands there, which is the easiest way. Or you can do it through gesture. So just showing you it doesn't work. Holding one finger on the screen is like holding that shift in. So it should, you can see it jumping because my finger's too bad. But you can see it works by just holding one finger. But by far the easiest way, and to make sure, is to use the command controller and just click on shift, and then you're good. It all works. So I contacted them and said it didn't work, so I assumed it didn't work because of this, and it was like, well, it's on, and it didn't matter whether it's off or on, still doesn't work. And that's just not the way you use it. Didn't know that. And I'm assuming a lot of people don't do that because they didn't tell you. You told me about the command controller, but did you tell me about it affecting this? I don't remember. And if I did, really sorry. I didn't get that. And how did you find out? Oh, you didn't tell me, that's right then. Because I was like, I'm sure I wouldn't have missed that. So yeah, put on the scale override, make sure all options are on, and then you can just use command controller and just go to shift, put it on by clicking it, and then everything should scale. Oh, it didn't. Oh, it's because it's off. Everything should scale correctly, which will save us endless amounts of time, as well as we're well aware. Now, I have another example, which is this. So this is more like a real life example. So, with this pool, the main outside is on, and it has these two inside. Now, it doesn't put these on by default, they're off. And what generally happens is this, which I'm sure you've all seen before, like that. And that is usually what happens when we do it. But using this new technique of leave the settings how they are, go into the navigator, wherever it is, the transform panel, and put on scale with object, put on the shift on the command controller, and there we go, it works perfectly. And that is so awesome. So that was the most exciting need I had all day, which I'm sure Bella will agree. There's a few more things I was gonna point out, but whilst I'm on the screen, I might as well do this one, which isn't here for some reason. That's really odd. Oh well, I'll just have to find it. I'm sure it was there. That's really weird. So, scrolling down here, and many projects. Yeah, I'm terrible. Grabbing this many on the go. Somewhere down here. I think it's this far. Oh, there. Let's see. You had to go to the iPad. Is there any reason? Like, my fault kind of reasons? Or... is it just a you thing? I hope it is. So what I was gonna point out with this is that we've only got a week left. I'll turn that off because that's in the way. So, the monthly drawing challenge has only got a week left now. I've had quite a few entries already, which we'll be going through next week. But you got a week to get your entries in. As many entries as you like. Yeah, you're doing yours. Good. I'll just go back to where we were. Up here. And show you the one I did. Not that we included it as an entry. That is what I did. So at first, I did it in pastel. Like the one up there. I'll turn the others off. Yeah. Turn that one off. Turn that off. Turn all these off. So this is the one I did at first. And it was just pastel. And then I used Jonathan's technique. So this was the original sketch I did. And then that was the line art using Jonathan's new technique. Then I did colour. Not that one, this one. I just filled in the colours. Which would be a lot easier in 2.1. But not on iPad, unfortunately. On PC or Mac, there is something called Vector Fill, which I wish was on iPad. They're just gonna be lovely. So much quicker. So that, doing it this way, is you have to draw around the shapes again. So you'd have to like literally, if I'm on a pen. Just adding a pixel there, making it red so we can see. But yeah, basically, if you're like, I don't know, doing this eye, you'll have to. Oh, that's too big. Wait there. Oh, it's on 20. I'll just put it down to 1. There we go. Yeah, so you'd have to draw this in all at one time. And then, as it's one sheet, get rid of that one. If you will. Yeah, as it's one shape, you can then use the fill. Just like this. And that's how you would colour that in. But with the fill tool, it's going to be much better. You'll just click the eye itself like this, and it will just paint that bit red. It kind of like does the shapes for it. It's going to be so awesome. Just can't wait till it's on iPad. I'm just going to do that one and get it far. This was me rendering it. Just like so. Makes a bit of a difference. Oh, you started over again. What, the dragon? No, it wasn't coming out very well. Oh. Well, I can't wait to see it. I'm just looking at the screen that I can see, that you can see, and the colours didn't right to what the iPad is. It's much brighter on my screen than on yours. But trust me, it's really bright. That is a bit strange. Now, getting rid of these dragons. The other thing I was going to show you was this, which is my asset Jordan's guides, which are just here. So these are free to download for anyone. And this is the finished rendered out results that you could get, which come included now, I think, in the essence. Yeah, down here as examples. So I was going to do is show you the pixel made, because that was last week, like I was doing. So adding a pixel layer and going to pixel made. Now I don't know what you've seen and what you didn't, so I'm just going to start from scratch. I'll pick a nice brush like this one, and it won't do nothing. Am I on the pixel? Yeah, I am on the pixel. Very strange. Why is that not drawing? Do I have to pick the colour here as well? Yes, that's build. I thought you had to just pick it there. Strange. Affinity weirdness. Anyway, going back to, so you gotta add a pixel layer, and then you can draw what you want with the pencil tool, like say, whatever it is. There's two options here. You can either paint on the canvas itself, like say, or you can paint on top of what you've already painted. Say, just to give you an example, I'll turn this to red. Turn that one to red because I'm not sure which one. But up here, there's something called Protect Alpha. Now, in some art programs, that's called Alpha Lock. And if you try writing on the canvas, nothing happens. But if you draw on top of what you've already drawn, it will come through. So if I wanted that line to be totally red, obviously you could do this much quicker with a bigger pen, but you get the idea. Like this. Really handy if you want that particular line to have a different colour at the bottom or something. Like blue, green, and now it's changed it up here, up on this one. Very strange. I told you it's up anywhere. It's where it does. So make that bit green. We'll make the next bit yellow. Like that. So you can have like multicolored lines. And then you can pick eraser as well. Now, if you select a brush, it will erase in that brush as well. So you can get a nice, let's use this, the stress one. So I mean, you can get a nice texture. Like so. These are, when I've done them, there'll be a full set that you can download. Sorry. Yeah, there will be a full set that you could win on the Dragons like monthly challenge. I haven't done them yet. I've already done one. but you get the idea. And the same with smudge. Now, if you pick the distressed or whatever else, a smudge brush, it's not doing it for some reason. Am I still on Project Alpha? Yeah, probably. But yeah, you can see, you get that smudge, but in that brush, if you just make a round brush, you just get nothing. That's crazy. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why I wasn't working on that one. Very odd. But yeah, if you smudge normally, it would just smudge in that brush. So you depend on which brush you pick. Depends on what style of smudge you get. Like if you wanted to blend these things, then pick the color in the middle. You laughed at me, Dylan. It's always the way it just never works. Say, I'll show you Lassie, which is the freeform type of Lassie. And if you go around something, that'll create the selection of that thing. If you come up to here and hit, oh, not this one. I went in the wrong menu, sorry. Just have to draw that again. No. This menu, and say copy, and then this menu again, and say paste. What you've actually got is a copy of whatever's in the selection, and to get out of that selection, you just press the X. And there we go. And it's on separate layers, which can be really hard if you like drawn something that you shouldn't have on one layer. Like if I want to separate that blur bit, for example, go into Lassie, draw around the black bit, go into this menu, copy it, go into this menu, then paste it, and you can move it. Now if you go back into the original layer, go into the eraser, you can just erase because it's like that one. I just have to close this selection with X, but you can delete this one when it's on, not the distress one, just the normal brush. So you just delete this one, and you're left with this one on separately, like this. So then you got 3 separate layers, say like this. Very cool, yes. Just delete that one, and I'll show you symmetry on Pixel. So we select the brush. Up the top here, there's 2. So you click this one for the line, and can you see the line is here? So you can turn this around. You probably can't see it, but I'll put it so it's in the middle of the page, and then you can hit mirror, so that whatever you draw on one side, it's mirrored onto the other. So I'll just put this in black now, and it doesn't work. Wait, it's not working. That's really odd. Oh, it's because it's gone inside the dragon layer for unknown reasons. Just trying to catch Maxi. So whatever you draw here, it'll be mirrored on that side, as you can see. And now if I move the line to this side, it'll start drawing like that. It like mirrors to wherever you want that line to be. So I'll just turn these off and delete that one. I'm just trying to think what else there is I could show you on Pixelby. Oh yeah, stabilizer, that's a good one. So, I just draw a normal line like this. And as you can see, it's not very straight because my hand's super. But up here, there's some stabilizers. Now, the rape one will let you draw a lot smoother like this. And the window one will let you draw smooth as well, like this. Now, what's the difference? So, this is what I've been told. The window one will let you draw more angle, and the rope one will let you draw more rounded, smoother. That's what I've been told. But I found, even if you use the rope one, you can still do these sharp angles, so I'm not so sure. I think it just depends on whatever you prefer. Some people like the window one because it's quicker. It's like less of a rope to the actual line that you're drawing. Like with rope stabilizer, it's quite a way before it starts drawing the line, as you can see. So a lot of people like it for that. Just gonna delete these. Not sure why it keeps going and dragging. Very strange. Just add another pixel there. I know I can show you. The drawing guides say this pic, and the nose here, and as you can see, the nose is there. And if you follow the guide, like all the way around like this, it's not going to draw for some reason. Very weird. Did I pick a pixel there? I did. Very strange. Anyway, hopefully this will work now. So, drawing around the guys, like so, will give you the perfect body part all the time. And you can do as much as you like to do. Just delete one again. But if you really want to use this guide, then I suggest coming out of Pixel and go back into Designer, and let's put it back in. So there's your guide. You're in Designer. You could do this with pencil, but I prefer doing it with pen tool. And the what does he call it? The low poly technique, which would be this, and this, and this. Then I go to node tool, and you can go over these ones and make them rounded. Add another node there. Just get it right. Make sure it follows the guide. We know right otherwise. Change this one to sharp. Now it's pretty good. It's not exactly follow the guide. Best to always follow the guide. Now, you would select a skin color. So down here on the oranges, and then make it more yellowy like this. You'll notice that it only draws a straight line here. And that's because it's thinking that these two lines are joining up. Because we don't have the rest of the piece. But just to give an example of how I would render it, so go to pencil now, and then go to this. Make sure it's still selected. Go into this menu, put insert inside, and then I would draw right here, everything, and make sure you come back. Take that off, and then just go to a slight darker version of that color, like so. Now the clever bit is when you effects it with Gaussian blur, like so, and then use the slider to speed it up, like so. And because this is nice, I would go back into pencil and just make the nostril part like this, and again effects it. I always put skeleton on. Maybe day after anywhere, but I just always do Gaussian blur. Make sure you click on the words Gaussian blur, then use the slider. Not as much shading on this one, not as much. I don't know what you'd call it. Night really. Have fun, y'all. Hope you get better soon. What would you call that? Not as much effect. I don't know what you'd call it. And then I'd put highlights as well. So I'd get back into pencil, and just about here you'd have highlight, so a little bit lighter of yellow. You'd also have a pretty big ball hair for the ball nose, and again one not so big on each nostril. And then I'd grab all three of these, go into effects, into Gaussian blur, and freeze the effect like so. And there you have pretty good nose. And you can just keep playing with that to get it better and better if you want. That is the general concept of using the guides, which you can see if I put it on solve like this. There we go. And so that is how to properly use the guides. Do you want me to do another one? I could do another guide if you want. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to put those into a group and turn it off. Which one would you like me to do? Any of these? Which guide? And I'll do that one. Any? Let's go with the front lips, shall we? Just put that one in. So going on to pencil again, and low poly technique. So with the lips, you're gonna have a point up here and down here, and then just follow the heart around and back up here, and then down to the middle and back up. That is one lip. I press the X, so I can draw again. Now this lip doesn't quite go to the other one, so right there to there, and use this little bit of adhesive, and like so. Now then, these two, so I can see them. Just gonna select the node tool, and I'm gonna make this one smart smooth, and make it follow the guy, and do that one smart smooth, follow the guide again, and these two, and make sure they follow the guides. The node tool, like so. Sorry if I go a bit quiet, I'm concentrating, trying to get this right for you guys. Like that. It's getting there. This one has got to be smarter than these as well. Goes in a bit. Maybe put some more nodes to follow the guide. That looks too sharp to me. Maybe with a bit more roundness like this. We'll find out when we colour it. Which I'm going to do now. So top lip, we'll make a reddy colour like this. And then the bottom lip, we're going to make slightly darker. Making sure it's underneath the other one. Oh, not part of the other one. Underneath the other one. Oh, this selecting thing. Another thing I talked to Affinity about. So, let's get back into this one. Into node tool. I'm gonna join these with the joiner, like so. I can add a nut in there in the middle and put it down a bit so that we can see these extras. And move that one up. We might have to do a little bit of adjusting. It's pretty close. Anyways, go into this top left, go on into pencil, and into insert inside. Oh, the screen's gone. Wait there. Why is the screen gone? Wait there. The thing that transfers the picture to the PC is turned off for some reason. Let me turn that back on. And now it won't turn off or on. That's very weird. Go on. Close window. So sorry about this. It's getting there. Right, I restart it. Not so easy. This laptop takes so long. It wouldn't be my stream if this didn't happen. It's something. Run as administrator. That's one. No, I clicked the wrong thing. Wait. Close that down. I don't know. Run as administrator. There we go. Sorry, my fingers are so dodged. Just wait for that to come out. Yeah, so I'm trying to sort Bella. Screen black. Damn thing. Now the brilliant wing slur. Like, come on. You try and start it again. Run out. This minute, no, where you even go. Sorry about this. Run out. Administrator. Right, let's see if this works. So, iPad, yes. This is why I was start early to make sure stuff like this doesn't happen, and it happens anyway. Just type in code for the iPad. Will it accept and go back? And now I got to go in and change this one. Is it back? I'm hoping it's back. Are we good? Now I don't what you seen and what you didn't see. I was gonna go to pet store now and then go to insert inside, like so. And I'm gonna go on there, down into this bit, so. And along the top bit, like so. Like that. And FX and goes up there. I'm gonna change the color because it matches the bottom. There we go. Bit dark now. And then we're gonna have to use no tool and just make this make sense. We're just moving these around a little bit. Like this. If it'll let me. There we go. Sticking my bear. So now we're gonna have to do the highlight for this clip. So making sure we're just on here again, and I go around the clip like so, and make this a more lighter color like so, and then go into FX and put on the ghost blur, and it doesn't work. What the hell? Am I not on it or something? Into this one, FX. Why is this not working? That's very odd. Affinity awareness again. Yeah, that one. Oh, now it's working. Very strange that was. So, bringing this back. Right there. So that's our top lip nerd done. So I'm gonna do the bottom lip. Going into pencil tool. First of all, I'm just gonna do this bottom part. So down here, up and right, and here. Make sure you come back. I'm gonna have to make this dark color again. because it's already darker, and make sure it's inside the lip so it clips like so. Go into no tool now and just adjust it slightly so it makes more sense to the lip. And then we're going to do our trusty golden blur on the effects panel, and hope it works this time. It just seems to off. Like so. Now, with this underneath the top lip, I'll just bring this down. But what you're going to have to do is make it really dark. And just afterwards, because my hand is too bad. But yeah, you're gonna have to make this quite a dark red, and then I'll just adjust it because my hand was bad. Nearly there. There we go. That's better. Now, you go into our effects, golden blur. There we go. Now you would think that's done, but it's not. There's more to go. So going back to our top lip and into pencil tool again, we're gonna make I'm not sure what you'd call them, but they're like lines in the lips. So you get some that go around this side. Oh, this cough is so horrible. And then you get a few more, like so. This is only a quick job. You'd obviously do this much better. And then on the other side, you'd get the same. Like so, and like so, and like so. That highlight needs to be at the top, these need to be below. So selecting them all, and I go to FX panel, and then put on our golden blur. Fade it quite a lot of this, just to get that hint of lines. And then we're gonna have to get the same to the bottom lip. So going on to our bottom lip. Selecting pen tool again. And just putting these in so they're angled slightly. As you can see here. Like this. Now select all of those that we just did. Do you know what? I forgot that I didn't do the highlights for this lip. I'll do that afterwards. So going into FX and into our golden blur. And so make them so that there are any hint lines. And we're gonna have to go back in and do the highlights for this lip. So I'll go into pencil tool and then make sure we're at the top of those lines we just made. Now there will be a little one here, and make sure it's a lighter color, like so, and here as well. Giving it that sort of arc that lips have got. Now selecting them both, going into FX and golden blur, and feeding out quite a lot. And there we go, perfect set of lips. I'll just move the drawing guide to the top so you can see. And just group these and put that one on top. And there we go. Set lips using the drawing guides, so there you can see them proper without the guide, and there's with the guide. Do you want me to do another one? Dawn, I think you said eyelashes, so I'll do that one next. So going back in, and let's pick a side eyelash, like so. Now then, this is a bit more interesting, because what we're going to do is we'll start with the pencil tool, and we're just going to draw around this line, like so. Like this. And we're going to make that skin colored again, so into oranges, but down into some more yellow, like so. And can you see it's not quite right? So I'll just make that right. Like that. So that gives you that little, it's like the top eyelid. And now for the eyelashes. So going back into our pencil tool, I'll just draw one and then change the colours. So we don't want to fill this time, we want it to be in black. And luckily it's already on tapered, but to get that effect you would go into here and change the pressure, and what you want is for it to be tapered, which is what I was going to say. That might not be long enough. I'm going to go into node tool and make it a bit longer. Like that. And going back to pencil tool now, we're going to draw in the rest of the eyelashes. So you keep following this pattern round, like so. But when you get here, you'd actually come into the eyelash, like into the eye, I mean, like this, and then over this way, like that. And that gives you that effect of it being, I think this one was side, but you just keep adding them because there's tons of them, like so. And obviously you can make that all the way to the end. Just like this. And obviously the more you put, the better it looks. What if you wanted that eyelid to look more like an eyelid, if you know what I mean? So what we can do is selecting the actual eyelid and go into pencil tool, into this menu, insert inside. Now, just underneath the eyelashes, like about here, follow the line around. Make sure you come back to itself, and then we can see it. That would be the skin color, but a bit darker, like so. Like that. And then we'll just go into effects and into Gaussian blur. And there we go. Until that looks right. So, is there anything else? I shouldn't really be showing you techniques, I should just be showing you tools. But hey, it's my new, like, drawing guys, so I can almost get away with it. Like I say, totally free on my Gumroad. I'll just delete that one. No way. I haven't deleted the rest. Well, let me select all those layers. And really annoyingly, I have to do this individually. I would use select same, but it would select all the other lines that I've done. So, doing these and putting them into a group, then put that into a group and turn it off. And there we go. And then well, I haven't done the same ones, but in general, you put them all together. Flip that right the other way, so it's this. And that ain't the right levels. They'll turn those off. But you get the idea. You'd use the side levels, the side I, etc. And it will give you a perfect one every time, just by following the guides. The shading will come with time, but follow the examples. Just gonna put the lips on here again. I know it doesn't match, but just to show you, these are things. And if there are any questions, because I think that is going to be the end of today, unless there's anything, and I'll do a short on that scale override thing, so we don't forget it. But yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for coming, guys. And I will see you in the next one.